Another winter season is upon us. You may remember we got the hint it was coming back on Halloween when the first snowflakes of the snow year were spotted in Fort Wayne and many surrounding areas. Those early snowflakes had us wondering, will we have a rough winter ahead of us? Well, your live Doppler 15 Fury storm team has done the research, and here's what we see. Winter 23 to 24 is an El Nino winter. El Nino occurs when the Pacific Ocean waters west of South America are warmer than average for 5 consecutive overlapping 3-month periods. And we've already achieved this. You only need to be a ½ degree above average for El Nino, and we're currently at 1½ degrees above average. Doesn't sound like much, but it is. At this level, this is a moderate to strong El Nino. With the water temperatures above average, this affects the jet stream flows and tends to produce certain effects in our part of the country. Typically, El Nino is associated with above average temperatures and below average precipitation across northeast Indiana and northwest Ohio, with more storm tracks south of us and the coldest air stuck north of us. With a higher strength El Nino this winter season, you may ask, will that push our temperatures even farther above average and produce even less snow, ice, and rain? The National Weather Service tells us there is no such correlation, but we still can't let our guard down when it comes to potential snowstorms. Here's meteorologist Chris Roller.
Just because we might be leaning drier and warmer, first of all, if I'm talking about drier and warmer, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to get absolutely no snow. You can still get times where cold air comes in, where you can get low pressure systems to come in and still get the ingredients just right to get your snow storms that you can get during any winter time season. But because we've talked about just how these stronger storms can still occur in El Nino, it can take you from maybe below normal snowfall for the year to right around normal, or even if you're in the normal range for snowfall, can take you above normal just because of how much energy and snow these things can pack.
That's exactly what happened in the 1972 to 73 El Nino winter. Fort Wayne was only 0.3 of an inch below our current average snowfall of 33.6 inches. This happened mainly as a result of 2 snowy March days where more than a foot of total snow fell, making up for a below average December, January, and February. 2 other comparable El Nino years have different stats. 1997 to 98 was nearly 20 inches below average, and in 2015 to 16, we were 13.5 inches below average for snowfall. In the temperature world, here's what we saw in those 3 El Nino years. It should be noted that 1972 to 73 is perhaps most similar because it's an El Nino winter that followed a La Nina winter, which is exactly what's happening this year. In 72 to 73, the temperatures ended up just slightly above average. For 97 to 98, we were 5.5 degrees above average, and 2015 to 16, we were 4.9 degrees above average. Recapping the outlook for the winter ahead, we're expected to be warmer than average with less snow, ice, and rain than average. As winter unfolds, Greg, Nathan, Cameron, and I are tracking it for you. Download the WANE weather app for our video forecasts and to follow winter storms on WANE Interactive Radar. I'm Chief Meteorologist Nicholas Ferreri.